Hi, my name is Justin, aka Ghost Reader, and today I'm going to be doing a review of the book Imprisoned Princess, The Scandalous Life of Sofia Dorothea of Celle by Catherine Curazon. This book was published by Pen and Sword Publishing, and you can go and pick this up now in bookstores. I got this as an art from Net Gallery, so I'd like to thank Pen and Sword History and Net Gallery for the chance to read this. So I picked up this book because I read another book by this author, also as an ARC, last year, and that was on Sofia. That was called Sofia, I think, the Mother of Queens. And so that Sofia is actually the mother-in-law of this Sofia, Sofia Dorothea. They really weren't imaginative with their names back then. But I thought that one was pretty good, so I decided to pick up this one because in that book, it briefly talks about her daughter-in-law, who this book is about here, and mentions misfortune that befell her. But this one delves into her life as a whole and definitely goes into some of the trouble that she has, and I would say the mostly unhappy life that she led. So basically, Sofia's mother did a lot of politicking and was able to get her daughter the title of princess, and had a lot of plans set out for her life, who she was going to marry and what she was going to be. However, Sofia, in the previous book, Sofia, who becomes this Sofia's mother-in-law, basically had her own plans, and Sofia Dorothea ends up marrying the other Sophia's son, who eventually became later in life George the First of England. But before that, he was just the son of a powerful man in Hanover, the most powerful man in Hanover. And unfortunately, their marriage wasn't great, and she ended up looking for love elsewhere. And this is basically where the trouble begins, because she fell in love, and this guy fell in love with her. His name was Philip Christoph von Konzenmark. And this Count and her, they shared a lot of letters. We don't really have a lot of her letters anymore, because her son, when he became King of England, he eventually found these letters, saw some of the stuff that his mom wrote, and then had them burned because of the contents of those letters. So we mainly have mostly what her lover says, but they exchanged a lot of letters, and you can see kind of their romance kind of work his way out. This Count was a very insecure man. Like, every time, like, he was like off fighting a war or away from her, he was always worried she was seeing someone else, and she was like, no, I'm not, it's fine, I still like you, and things like that. And they try to carry this out discreetly, but however, other people at court had plans, and basically the Count ends up disappearing, and Sofia Dorothea is confined basically to this mansion, maybe able to go maybe a few miles from that mansion for the rest of her life without ever seeing her kids again. So that's what this book chronicles, and basically I think that the author did a really good job at bringing the period to life in the book. One thing that I will say is, like, and this may be because maybe we don't have as much information about Sofia Dorothea as like the other Sofia, her mother-in-law, because I felt like in the first book that I read by this author, that Sofia, who's the main character in that book, actually felt like the main subject of that book. Not character, but the main subject of the book. Like, it felt like a biography of her. This one didn't feel so much as a biography of Sofia Dorothea as she just felt like part of like an ensemble cast. So it didn't really feel like the author brought her out from the rest of the people. I mean, yeah, there's focus on her, but then there's so much focus on all the other things going on, and which is needed because you get like context for what's going on in Sophia's life, but she doesn't really seem to step out from the rest of the people being talked about. So this book almost at times feels as much about her as like some of the other people in the book. So I wish that she could have teased that out a bit more, and at least for this book, the subject, have Sofia Dorothea be more of front and center in this book. But yeah, I thought it was a really good look at her life. The author, I like the way the author writes. It feels like you're reading like a Scandalous, Scandalous news about what's going on back then. I know for some people this won't be their cup of tea, because they like more cut and dry historical writing. This one is written more, I say, for like popular culture, popular history type writing, but it's very interesting. It's very easy to read, which I like about it. And that's what I do like about Curazon's writing. It's very easy to get to, very easy to read, and you won't be like bored at all. So for this book, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I think if I felt more like Sofia, Dorothea had been less just part of the ensemble cast of the book, have been more front and center a subject of it, since it is a biography of her, I think I would have rated this a bit higher. But yeah, it was a good book. I kind of you do feel really sorry for Sofia Dorothea, because she goes through so much and yet ends up at the end kind of with like so little to show for it, and basically had it just this messed up what happened to her. But yeah, that is my review for this book. Like I said, you can go pick up in stores now. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at GhostReads28, on Instagram at Justin the Ghost Reader, which I definitely need to post some more stuff on, and also on Goodreads. The link to that's down in the description box below. So as always, keep reading.